Just a moment. I hope this is visible to everybody. I hope सबको ये स्क्रीन दिख रहा है. So what we are trying to do, हम क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, ये एक न्यूज़ आर्टिकल है. ये न्यूज़ आर्टिकल है ट्विटर, द कंपनी ट्विटर. Elon Musk, the tech giant Elon Musk, उन्होंने ये जो कंपनी है उन्होंने टेक ओवर किया है recently. You must have read it in the news. And unfortunately, after he has taken over the company, there have been many layoffs. You can see a word here, layoff. Layoff means the several employees have been terminated. बहुत सारे employees को terminate किया गया है. So उसके क्या effects है? What are the effects of these people getting terminated? कैसे termination का process उन्होंने follow किया है? That's what the article is all about. So we'll have a look at it. We'll try to read the article and we'll also try to figure out इसमें जो words है उनका meaning क्या है. I'm just waiting for a few minutes. In the meantime, आप लोग ये article read करने की कोशिश कर सकते हो. मैं भी ये article read करूँगी कुछ minutes में और फिर हम discuss कर सकते हैं कि ये जो words है इनका meaning क्या है. If you have a question about any of the words, you can ask me. I can explain it to you. आप comments में भी type कर सकते हो. आपके जो questions हैं इन words से related. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'll start reading the article. ये जो news article है, I will read the article slowly and carefully. And मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप लोग pronunciation पे ध्यान दें, words को समझने की कोशिश करें. कोई words अगर आपको समझ में ना आए, then you can type them in the comment box and I'll try to discuss them. All right, so the first thing is, of course, the article has a headline. The headline is, Indian employees at Twitter on H-1B visa face tough time after layoff, have only 60 days to find new job. तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि ये जो ट्विटर, जो सोशल मीडिया की बहुत बड़ी कंपनी है, सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म ट्विटर, there are Indian employees there, right? बहुत सारे employees हैं of different nationalities, but particularly the Indian employees, they are facing a tough time. What's the meaning of tough time? Can someone type it in the chat box? So tough time after layoff. Layoff means when people have been terminated. उनको company में से निकाला गया है. And they have only 60 days to find new jobs. That means उनके पास 60 days है नए job ढूंढने के लिए. Right? So it's definitely a tough situation. A tough time means to have. Has anybody written the meaning? A tough time means to have a difficult, go through a difficult situation. Facing a tough time. Let me just unbold this. Okay, so let's read the article further. Thousands of employees at Twitter have lost jobs in the last week, which is right after billionaire Elon Musk took over the company. The company sent emails to people impacted by the layoff, but hasn't shared the termination letter yet or stated their last day at the organization. It is said that those laid off will remain employed by Twitter and receive compensation and benefits until the first week of January 2023, although the last day may vary for employees. So ये हो गया हमारा paragraph number 1. All right, what does this paragraph mean? Thousands of employees at Twitter have lost jobs in the last week. And this happened right after billionaire Elon Musk took over the company. Took over means he purchased the company, right? He's the owner of the company now. And the company sent emails to people impacted by the layoff. Impacted means affected. जिन लोगों को इस बात से अफेक्ट हो गया है, दे आर इम्पैक्टेड बाय दिस, उन सब लोगों को, इन सब एम्प्लॉइज को ईमेल भेजी गई है, बट दे हैव नॉट शेयर्ड द टर्मिनेशन लेटर। उनको अभी तक टर्मिनेशन लेटर नहीं भेजा गया है, और and they don't know what is the last day of their organization, last day of working at the organization. And it is said that those laid off, those who are laid off means those employees who have been terminated. So to be laid off means to be terminated. They will remain employed. That means they will be in the office, they can work, they will be employees of Twitter, and they will receive compensation and benefits. That means they'll get their salary and whatever other benefits जो उनको मिलना होगा till January 2023 first week. Although the last day may vary for employees. Vary माने differ. So every employee may have a different last working day. If I work for Twitter, maybe my last working day could be 1st of Jan. Maybe if you work for Twitter, your last working day could be the 6th of Jan. So the last working day, that date may be different, but there are so many employees who have been told that they will have to quit the organization. They have been terminated. उनको निकाला गया है, and they can work only till January 2023 at Twitter. So that is what we understand from the first paragraph. I think Bharti has joined. Hi, Bharti.
Hi, ma'am.
So Bharti, you know what I'm doing right now in class is I'm looking at the same article that we looked at in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, I had told you all to try to see some words, pick up some words from the article and see if you can use them in a different sentence or in a different context. So, were you able to, look at any words from this article, and make some sentences with them? Any new words, maybe, or words that are not very familiar for you?
Yeah, ma'am. I have confused about workforce.
Workforce. Okay. So let's try to read the sentence and we'll try to figure out. Okay. Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
read from here, number 2, the second paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. Twitter layout of employees for nearly all markets, including India. When it comes to India, the company is said to have fired 90% of the workforce of around 200 employees.
Okay.
While,
Wait, let's stop there. You wanted the meaning of workforce, right?
yes, ma'am.
Now, after you read it again, what do you think it could mean? Possibly, what could it mean?
Sorry, ma'am.
After you read the sentence,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
what do you think the word workforce could mean?
Workforce, it's the company said have 90% of workforce, around 200 employees.
Yeah, correct. What you're thinking is right, actually. What do you think workforce means?
Actually, more work.
Not really. I will read the sentence for you again. Okay. I'm reading from here, number 2. Twitter laid off. Do you know the meaning of laid off? Did you understand what it means?
Termination, like.
So Twitter terminated. Okay.
Yes.
They removed. So Twitter laid off employees from nearly all markets, including India. That means Twitter is present. It's a global company, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They have laid off employees from all their markets, including the Indian market.
Yes, ma'am.
Indian office. Sorry, this is correct. And when it comes to India, the company is said to have fired 90% of the workforce of around 200 employees. So 90% of 200 employees have been terminated.
Yes, ma'am.
So workforce means what? Workforce means employees only.
Yes, ma'am. Available for
the employees of the organization is workforce.
yes.
So,
Okay, ma'am.
if I say I have a work, I am a business owner, for example, and I say I have a workforce of 20,000. I have a workforce of 20,000. That means I have 20,000 employees.
Okay, ma'am.
That's what it says, right? You are 90% of the workforce of 200 employees. So of 200 employees, 90% have been terminated.
Okay, ma'am, I got it.
Any other words from these two paragraphs? Have a look and let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Affected, madam. The most affected are the tourism cities.
Yeah, so let's again read the sentence. Okay, we will try to read and understand what it means. So let's see. Read from here. While all impacted.
While all impact employees are going through a tough time and looking for a new job, as they share their experience on social media, the most affected are the foreign citizens.
The foreign citizen.
Foreign citizen hold H-1B visa. Many Indians in the United States.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you mean by affected? Do you understand the word affected?
Yes, ma'am.
Affected means what? Can you give me an example in another sentence?
Affected means loss.
Okay, can you put it in a sentence, in some other sentence?
Yes, ma'am. Like some kind. Sorry.
Think of anything else. It could be anything, any simple example.
I affected.
Yes, I can say, I got affected.
I got affected. I got affected by
Something. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, Bharti, don't stress so much. I could say, for example, my health. Okay, my
Okay.
health got affected by bad eating habits. Okay, if I say my health got affected by bad eating habits, what do you think that sentence means?
It's mean my health got affected by
Yeah, my health got affected by bad eating habits. Simple sentence.
eating to the habitats.
Say that again.
Sorry, ma'am.
Tell me, no, what do you understand from this sentence?
Yes.
If somebody tells you, if your friend comes and tells you, Bharti, what happened? My health got affected by bad eating habits. So what do you think your friend is trying to tell you?
Eating bad habits.
Having bad habits like eating bad quality food or not eating on time and
Yes.
eating too much of food or something like that, it has affected her health, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
what does she mean by affected? When she's saying it has affected my health, what does that mean?
It's mean like causes.
Yeah, it is resulting in some problems, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Like maybe she's putting on too much of weight, she's feeling lazy, or she's has some disorder, or something, so many other things,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So her health got affected. So when I use the word affected, that means something has had an effect on something. In this case, eating badly or having bad habits has had a bad effect on my health.
Health. Okay.
Affected. Now, if I think of the same sentence over here, I say the most affected are the foreign citizens. First of all, this word is foreign.
Foreign.
Foreign means obviously the people who are not residents of the US, they are foreign citizens, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Foreigners. So
Foreign.
because of this termination of employees, so many employees were terminated from Twitter. What has happened? All these foreign workers, people, foreign employees, they have been affected. How have they been affected? They have been affected negatively, right? They lost their jobs. Now they've lost their jobs. They may have to go back to their home country. They have to look for another job. The family income gets affected. Maybe they have taken some loans to go to the US. That could now be a problem. So affected and impacted. We use these words when we want to talk about something that has affected somebody or someone. Impacted also means the same thing, Bharti. All
Okay.
the impacted employees. Impacted means the affected employees. So the employees who did not receive the email, they are not affected, right? Are they affected?
Yeah, ma'am.
They are not affected, the ones who did not get the news. But the ones who have been asked to quit, they are affected. They won't have a job and they will be losing their job. So they are affected by this negative thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I want you to try using the word affected in another sentence.
Okay, ma'am.
Any of your own.
Okay, ma'am.
Think of something that affects you or affects anything else. Okay, you try. In the meantime, I'll ask Shashikant. Hi, Shashikant. Good afternoon. Are you able to speak? You are on mute. Or are you on listening mode today? शशिकांत, क्या आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं या आर्टिकल पढ़ना चाहते हैं? You can even read, no problem. Okay, he's on mute. Okay, Bharti, whenever you're ready, you can tell me your sentence with affected.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, should I continue reading the article then, Bharti, or do you want to read?
Sorry, ma'am.
Do you want to read the article or should I continue reading?
Yeah, I read.
You'll read? Okay,
Yes.
fine. Okay, then you can read this entire paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Twitter laid off employees for nearly all markets, including India. When it comes to India, the company is said to have fired 90% of workforce of around 200 employees. While all impacted employees are going through a tough time and looking for a new job, as they share their experience on social media, the most affected are the foreigner citizen hold H-1B visa. Many Indians in the United States. Several H-1B visa holders have taken to social media platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn to talk about the 60 days deadline that they have to find a job.
Right. Okay, Bharti, if possible, can you summarize these two paragraphs in your own words? Think
Yes, ma'am.
about whatever you understood from this, you tell me in your own words, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll wait for you.
Yes, ma'am.
शशिकांत, आप ट्राई क्यों नहीं कर रहे कुछ बोलने के लिए?
Sorry, ma'am. Actually I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Are you able to see the article? Are you able to understand what we are reading?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So do you have a question about any of the words, or do you also want to talk about what you've understood from this article?
Yes, in this article here mentioned about Elon Musk. Elon Musk took over Twitter company and he has laid off lots of employees, mostly Indians employees. due to inflation. So uh, mostly this is mentioned in this article.
Right, absolutely. And I'm glad that you actually mentioned what could be the reason. One of the reasons could be inflation. Because in the morning when I took this class, nobody spoke about why it may have happened. Like nobody really thought about that. They were only reading the article and trying to understand it. You're the only one who said that it possibly happened because of inflation. So Shashikant, I want you to speak more and more whenever you can, okay? Whenever you join.
Yes, ma'am.
Like you should not hesitate because you speak so well, you are able to understand what is happening. So you should just try to speak and share your thoughts, your ideas.
Okay, ma'am.
So, what do you feel about this whole thing? The whole layoff and the termination of thousands of employees. Why do you think this is happening, and what could be the impact of this, of something like this, when it happens?
This is actually, as a owner, Elon Musk uh, is right as his position, but as a employee, people are suffering a lot because of this, and uh, might be might Elon Musk might had have decided something for his new company. So I don't know why he is laying off employees, but I had read this in news that main reason is inflation, and in next 2023 this inflation rate is will increase uh, comparatively.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's not looking great actually, right? Financially.
yes,
So, and yeah, I completely agree with you, right? You said that as a business owner, he's possibly trying to set everything right, right?
yes,
After taking over. He also fired the top management as well, right? He fired the CEO, I think the CTO and the CFO.
yes,
That also
y-
became a big talk of the town.
yes, and he is now uh, actually he has declared that who will create content on Twitter, uh, they will pay them. Twitter company will pay them, uh, the Twitter users. So they are going to make Twitter like I think entertainment, like Instagram, or is like Instagram.
Oh, you mean to say, okay, so like how people make money on YouTube, for example, or on Instagram. So it's
Yes,
something like that.
yes,
Right, right. So he's trying to generate revenue, I think, by maybe having quality users instead of just having loads and loads of users who are not really contributing to the platform.
yes,
Maybe something like that. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, as a business owner, he's there to make money.
yes.
But like you said, from the perspective of an employee or a worker, it's it's
Employee, actually he has given compensation as well, 2 month period for searching new job. So though those people who are really have talent, they can get new job, because lots of opportunities are also available in market. So those are uh, laid off by this company, uh, they can search new job. They have timing 2 month period for this,
right, correct.
but those are at high position. So at higher uh, jobs, at higher level jobs are usually low are usually uh, low numbers in market as compared to lower position.
Absolutely, yes, that's true. When you are in that very high salary bracket or in the top management, it becomes more difficult to find a job. But say if you're
Yes,
at entry level or a mid level working in a company as a worker, you can still find job opportunities in a much easier way. So yes, actually, if you look at it, he has laid off people, but he's not done something unfair, right? I mean, he's followed whatever protocol or whatever rules need to be followed.
yes.
Right, right. All right. Well, Shashikant, great to listen to what you have to say. And I do see that you do join many of our classes, but most of the time I don't see you speaking. So can I get assurance that you are going to speak now in all the classes?
Yes, actually, I try to speak, but uh, sometimes when actually I do job, so that's why when I get time, I if I am outside, then I join this as a non-pro member. I just listen you all, and when I join as a pro member, I speak in class.
Fine. Then that's good. That's good. That's not bad. I can understand if you're working, you can't always be speaking in class all the time, right? It's not possible.
Yes, ma'am.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, great. Do you have
Thank you.
welcome? Do you have any questions from any of the words from these two paragraphs, though?
I don't understand link. Twitter last line. Twitter and link with that word.
LinkedIn. This is the app. There's an app called LinkedIn, right?
Okay.
LinkedIn is an app which all professional users use. If you are a working person, business person, student, whatever it is, you can create a profile on LinkedIn. You can connect with other companies, HR people, other, your peers working in the same field. You can apply for jobs, and it's basically like a networking platform. It's
Okay.
like Facebook, but for professionals.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You can download it and check it out. It's a very popular app. LinkedIn.
Actually, I am not aware about this app, but I'll check it.
You can check it out if you'd like.
Okay, ma'am.
That's what it's saying. These employees obviously they will be on LinkedIn, right? So they are going on LinkedIn and posting. You know how you post on Facebook, right? So they're posting that we've been laid off. This is what's happened, and then so on and so forth. So all their reactions, their comments, maybe they post right now. I'm looking for an opportunity. So they're using all these platforms to open up and talk about and seek help. Basically, they will have to network, right, to get jobs and figure out in these 60 days. So they're using whatever platform they can use.
Yes. Actually, this COVID period taught us lot of things, like because many people lost their jobs, and those who have saved money in their bank, they can survive. They could survive in that period. So we should not rely on just one job. We should do one small business along with our job. So if people will do that, then uh, this problem will not they will not face this problem in future.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, job security has become quite a challenge in the past couple of years. Not only Twitter, there are so many other companies that have been laying off employees. So you never know, right? Like you said, it's a good idea to have a second source of income, to have some side hustle. They call it like a side hustle, right?
Yes.
To have something or the other going on. So at least you can rely on another source of income in case, God forbid, something like this happens. And yeah, the pandemic has definitely taught us a lot of things financially, emotionally, I think in every way possible. It's kind of opened up everyone's eyes I think we were living in some kind of a bubble, and that's kind of burst, unfortunately, in not so pleasant ways. Yeah, we can take it as a learning, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Sasikant.
Thank you, ma'am.
We'll move to the next part of the article also, but I just want Bharti to also share her ideas. So, Bharti, hi.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, Bharti, what do you feel about this entire thing?
Yes, ma'am. Good. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. This article tells about.
Bharti, can you be a little louder? Your voice is very soft. You have a soft voice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Hmm.
Can I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are perfect. Yeah, I mean, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am. This article tells about the Elon Musk to over the company terminated to some people. Most of the Indian peoples are affected. 90% peoples are affected.
Right. Go ahead.
Some peoples are due to some compensations like benefits, and most of the people in Indians are affected to for search for new jobs.
Correct. Yes. Right. Anything else that you want to say about this news?
Yes, ma'am. I can tell to affected sentence.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes.
Past few days, all peoples are affected to COVID-19.
Yeah. Affected by. You can say affected by COVID-19. Correct. Yes. You can definitely say that. But Bharti, just remember one thing. We don't say people. We say people.
People.
If it is one, then we say person.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And the plural is usually people.
Yes, ma'am.
People. All right, fair enough. Yes. Anything else about this article that you want to say about these two paragraphs? Any words that you did not understand or want me to explain anything? Just have a look and let me know. Okay, fine. You let me know then. Vishwanath, you also joined. Hi. Good afternoon. Good evening, actually. Why am I saying good afternoon? So used to joining at 3 p.m. Vishwanath, you're on mute, okay? If you want to speak, then you can unmute and go ahead. All right, I think then let's move on to the next part of the article. These are the first two paragraphs. Now, there is some more information also in this article, paragraph number 3 and 4. Would one of you like to read? I already read one paragraph. Vishwanath, yes?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Third para, ma'am.
Yeah, but do you want to look at the first and second paragraph, or do you want to directly go to the third one? Yes. Which one do you want to read?
Yes, ma'am. Third one.
Third one. Okay, go. You can read the third and fourth one.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. The H-1B visa is a non-immigrant. Ma'am, is correct, ma'am? Visa correct, ma'am?
Correct. Perfect.
Visa that allows US-based companies to employ foreign workers for a period of time, typically 3 to 6 years. In this case, many H-1B visa holders are among the impacted Twitter employees, and they will need to find a job within 60 days from the time they receive their termination letter. Twitter's Twitter hasn't used a termination letter yet. Employees have only received emails strong whether they have been impacted by the layoffs or not. So, all H-1B visa holders who lost their job will need to get a job in roughly around 2 months to be able to continue living in the United States. And in case the visa holders do not find a job, they will be forced to go back to their home country. And the original employer, in the bracket, in this case, Twitter, will need to pay for the return flight to the home country.
All right, perfect. Thank you for reading that, Vishwanath.
Welcome.
Yeah, just one quick thing. This word over here is issued. Twitter hasn't issued. And this is stating. This word is stating.
Stating. Okay.
Okay. So, were you able to understand what these paragraphs are talking about? Like, what is this news about? Have you heard about this? I can't hear you, Vishwanath. You're not on mute.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Have you heard about this news?
Ma'am, this is H-1B visa issues, ma'am. This one.
Yeah, but do you know what this article is about actually?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it about? Did you hear this news about Twitter laying off thousands of its employees?
Twitter layoffs have only 6 days to find new jobs. Oh, yes, ma'am. At Twitter.
You can read it out aloud also if you want. You don't have to read it to yourself.
Okay. Indian employees at Twitter on H-1B visa face though time after layoffs have only 60 days to find new jobs.
1 second, this is not though, this is tough time.
Yes, ma'am. Tough time. After layoffs have only 60 days to find new jobs. Thousands of employees at Twitter have lost jobs in the last week, which is right after billionaire Elon Musk took over the company. The company sent emails to people impacted by the layoffs, but hasn't shared the termination letter yet or stated their last day at the organization. It is said that those laid off will remain employed by Twitter and receive compensation and benefits until the first week of January 23. Although the last day may vary for employees.
Vary, okay? That word is vary.
Vary for employees.
Means
Twitter
last day will be different for different employees.
The last day may vary for employees. It's correct, ma'am?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can read the next paragraph.
Twitter laid off employees from nearly all markets, including India. When it comes to India, the company is said to have fired 90% of the workforce of around 200 employees, while all impacted employees are going through a tough time and looking for a new job, as they share their experiences on social media. The most affected are then foreign citizens holding H-1B visas, many Indians in the United States. Several H-1B visa holders have taken to social media platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn to talk about the 60 days deadline that they have to find a job.
Yes. So have a look at both these paragraphs, Vishwanath. Let me know if you want me to explain anything and tell me what you understand from these two paragraphs, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
In the meantime, Bharti and Shashikant, what you all can try to do is try to take some words that I've highlighted and see if you can put them in other contexts or in a different sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Twitter company remove 1,000 employees, ma'am.
Yeah, they have terminated.
Terminated. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what has happened because of that? You know, why have they terminated, or what has happened? What is the effect?
They are took over company rule, ma'am. They are took over company rule because of terminate their post, ma'am.
So Elon,
Ma'am, laid off means, ma'am, layoffs.
correct. Laid off means they are terminated. So Twitter laid off employees, which means Twitter terminated employees from so many employees. And layoff means when a large chunk of employees, not just
Yes,
one or two of them, but you terminate a huge number of employees together at one go. That's called a layoff.
yes, ma'am.
So this has been happening in many companies. Like if you talk about India, Byju's has laid off a lot of its employees, for example, from the edutech industry. So yeah, let me know if you want to say anything else about these two paragraphs. What do you understand from them? And Bharti and Shashikant, let me know if you've made some sentences using any of those highlighted words or any other words from the paragraph.
Ma'am, impacted or affected, both are similar or different word?
No, they are kind of synonyms. They are similar words. So affected, for example, like Bharti and I were saying, you know, my health has been affected because of poor eating habits, right? I can
Yes.
also say my health has been impacted negatively because of poor eating habits. So they have a similar connotation or a similar sense. I can say another example. I can say his studies have been impacted because of whatever other activities, or his studies have been affected because of indulging in other activities. So they are very, very much synonyms of each other.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Anybody else? Do you want to make another sentence? You know, the idea of doing this exercise, right, is to read something. You read it, right? You read it a couple of times. You try to understand what it means. You find some word, maybe you don't understand it, so you try to guess the meaning. Then you try to find out the meaning from a dictionary. You don't get it or you don't understand. And then you should try to take that word and put it in another sentence or in another situation or context. That becomes like a 360-degree learning. So you read something, you're trying to figure it out, you try to discover, and then you apply it somewhere else in speaking or in writing. That's your 360-degree language learning. So let's try to do that. Impacted, affected. Shashikant, can you try to put it in another?
Yes. Actually, a whole world is affected by Ukraine-Russia war.
Yes, the entire economy, the global economy, we could say.
Yes.
You could say it's been affected by the war, unfortunately. Right. You could say affected, you can also say impacted. Correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Very good. Yes.
And if employee will not, if employee do not follow company policies, they can lay him up,
Lay them off.
laid them off. Okay.
Not lay them. If you're saying, I'll write your sentence. It's a good one. If an employee Say it again.
If an employee does not follow company policies,
Correct.
they can lay him off.
Then they can lay him off. Correct. So you can say him or her or them. Right?
Okay, but employee is a singular, na ma'am?
Right. But the thing also is, if you're talking about an employee and you're also talking about gender neutral pronouns. So you can also say them now.
Okay, ma'am.
Him or her is also fine.
Okay.
You can say any of them basically. Your sentence is very good. You've used it correctly though. They, them. You put the pronoun in the middle, him or her or them. Perfect. Okay. Any other word that you want to use in a different sentence? This word, many of you are getting confused in the morning also. Vary. I don't think it's very commonly used. Vary. So vary means that it can differ. For example, vary is a verb, okay? Vary can become varies, is. So I can say his mood varies depending on the situation. That means his mood differs, it keeps changing. Or I can say her habits vary from time to time, which means her habits keep changing from time to time. Okay, so vary is like that. When you want to say that it can be different or it can change. I can say my food choices vary when I travel. So when I'm traveling, my food choices, they keep changing, they change. I like to eat different kinds of food.
Yes. And COVID-19 virus varying day by day.
Correct. And from vary only comes the word actually variant. You must have heard this
Yes,
word,
yes.
right? Correct. You're absolutely correct. So COVID, or you could also say the impact or the effects of the virus vary from person to person. You can say
Yes.
the symptoms, right? We say the symptoms अलग-अलग होते हैं. कुछ को किसी को कुछ होता है, किसी को कुछ होता है. So yeah, you're right. You're relating it correctly. The symptoms of the virus vary from person to person. Means they differ from person to person. And
employees searching for new jobs.
Yes, Vishwanath, say that again.
Employees searching new jobs in social media.
Yes, the employees are looking for new jobs on.
Looking for social media.
Correct, absolutely. To look for, right? To look for a new job, to look for something. Yeah. Yes, Vishwanath. Any other words that you all want to use in a different sentence? Impacted, affected, termination, terminated. What other words do we have? We also have a phrase over here. It says, several H-1B visa holders have taken to social media platforms. Let me just highlight this. Several H-1B holders have taken to. Taken to social media platforms means they have now they are using the social media platform. Because this thing has happened, they are using social media platforms and talking about what has happened and looking for work and expressing their emotions and their thoughts. Okay, I think we should look at the paragraph number 3 and 4 as well. Right, here also there are many words. For example, issued. The word issued. How can you use the word issued in another sentence? Can someone think of another sentence for issued?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Maharashtra government has issued reservation for economically backward people.
Absolutely, yes. So you can issue some kind of a policy or some kind of a resolution.
Yes.
Right, correct. You can also issue a passport. Correct. You can say that my passport has been issued and I'm going to receive it tomorrow.
Yes.
You know that when you're talking about passport. So to issue something means to provide something. To issue a letter, to issue a termination letter, to issue a passport. Okay. Any other words that you guys want to look at in these two paragraphs and try to put them in another sentence? Or tell me if you have any questions about these paragraphs.
Ma'am, ma'am, in the Hindu word,
What? Hindu word? Which word, sorry?
Hindu means, ma'am, Kannada word, ma'am. One sentence, I repeat one sentence, ma'am. The Hindu word create a political issue in Karnataka, ma'am.
Who are you talking about? The person who has created a political issue?
Ma'am.
What is the name of the person?
Political person, Satish, ma'am. Satish.
Okay, but what is the word you're using in? I couldn't.
Only Hindu, ma'am. Hindu Dharma, Hindu.
Hindu. Okay.
Hindu, ma'am. Hindu.
What is the sentence? Say again.
The Hindu word create political issues in Karnataka, ma'am.
The Hindu word.
Word, madam. Word. Word, ma'am. Word, not word, ma'am. Word. Word, ma'am. Word.
Word. Okay. The Hindu word has created a
political issue
in
Karnataka.
Okay. But what do you mean by this, the Hindu word? As in, was there some controversy?
Controversy, yes, ma'am. Controversy.
The controversy was around the word Hindu. Somebody used the word incorrectly or said something about this word, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, correct.
All right. So you can say that, maybe the person used the word incorrectly or made some comments about the word Hindu, and that has created a political issue in Karnataka.
Karnataka, yes.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So again, going back to paragraph 3 and 4, any words from here that you guys want to use in a different sentence? Bharti, Shashikant, or Vishwanath?
Ma'am, I have doubt for stating, S-T-A-T-I-N.
So the pronunciation, let's try stating.
Stating.
So let's read the sentence. Can you read this one?
Employees have only received emails stating whether they have been impacted by the layoffs or not.
Okay, I will also read it once for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Employees have only received emails stating whether they have been impacted by the layoff or not.
Yes.
So what do you feel the word stating could mean over here? Employees have received emails stating blah, 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 blah. What do you think the word stating means?
Something about content. Something about content.
Correct, absolutely. So the emails are stating means this is what is written in the email. The content of the email is that whether you have been impacted or not. So if we are two employees, I would have received an email stating you will be terminated in January or you have been terminated, something like that. So stating means that's what the email says. What does the email say? The email says that they have been impacted or not by the layoff. So I can put it in another sentence for you, Bharat. Vishwanath, 1 minute. Just put yourself on mute.
Yes, ma'am.
received a letter stating that I won the competition. Right? I received a letter stating that I won the competition. That means I received a letter, and what was written in that letter, that I won the competition.
Yes.
Got it? Or I can make another sentence and say, he posted a comment. He posted a comment on social media stating that he was depressed. You know, unfortunately, we read so much news of people saying that they are depressed and stuff. So I could say, you know, this celebrity or somebody, he posted a comment on social media stating that he was depressed. So stating means this is what the comment said. You're getting it now, Bharti?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I got it.
cool. Anybody else who wants to try making help us
Yes,
out?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Stating word. Ma'am, stating that the BJP government will implement the Women's Empowerment Act. ma'am.
So then I can say, I can use the past tense, stated. I can say the
BJP government
stated that they will
implement the Women's Empowerment Act.
yeah. Okay. Right. So I could say the BJP government stated that they will implement the Women's Empowerment Act.
Stating the past stated, ma'am.
Yeah, past tense is stated, correct.
Yes, ma'am.
If I want to use the word issued and stating both in a sentence, you know, I can say the government, whatever government, they issued a statement. You must be reading this in the news. The police issued a statement. The government issued a statement. I can say the government issued a statement saying that they will implement the Women's Empowerment Act. Okay. And if I want to use stating, then I will have to use the present tense. They are stating this means they are saying this.
Oh.
It's a verb, right? So stated past tense will state, and stating is the continuous form. All right. Guys,
Yes,
any
ma'am.
other questions, any other words that you want to use from these 4 paragraphs? Let me know. Or any words that you don't understand, let me know that as well. I'll just scroll up. Bharti, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Cool. All right, then guys, we'll wrap up over here. Just keep in mind, the only reason I did this kind of an exercise is for you to also try it on your own. Whenever you read anything, it could be a newspaper, social media, a book, something on the Hello English app, whatever you're reading in English or any language, read it a couple of times always. Try to figure out what that word could mean. Try to understand what they're talking about. Sometimes it's a good thing, a bad thing. It could be about anything, right? Try to understand the context, figure out what the word could mean. Try to keep that word in mind if possible, but you can't really keep so many words in mind. The only way you can keep them in mind is to use them. So if you pick up a word today, try to see, can I use it in my sentence? Can I use it in my writing? That will subconsciously store a lot of words in your mind. And when you speak and when you write, they'll start becoming activated. Okay, so try this out some other time. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Ma'am, can we say on call or on like live, like see you again, like on indirectly on call?
Indirectly, you can directly tell someone, see you next, see you again, see you soon.
We can say it on phone call.
Yeah, phone call if you're going to meet that person.
Okay, ma'am.
If you're not going to meet that person, then you can just say see you soon or talk to you soon, actually. Talk to you soon will be better.